people are very nervous. Which one will it be? We have no idea until I read it out loud. And well, it's Darrell Bedford!
Yeah, we need to go straight down. That's exactly what it is. Hello, Cafe de Soleil. I am Darrell Bedford, and I'm going to tell you guys a story about something pretty exciting. As you can just tell by looking at me, I'm a pretty cute fellow. I'm not a badass, but every once in a while, the police do get called on me. Yes. And I'm going to tell you about the most bizarre time the police were ever called on me. It's a tale. It happened when I was much younger. In fact, it was the night I lost my virginity, so I mean I was much younger, like 20, 21, 24. I've had a few years of practice now. Still basically the same situation, as I'll explain. See, my whole life I've walked around with this knowledge that I'm walking around with quite a girthy member. It's my entire life I was just quite aware of this. Like in football, my nickname was Pop K. So I was pretty sure it wasn't because my poor family bought me poor equipment that made me look like a bum. It was because of the circumference of my wiener. And I knew this off the bat very early on in life. It was quite troublesome to deal with, and so I'm sure you can imagine the pairs of pants I ripped, the women I shocked. But when it finally came time that night to lose my virginity and conjoin my body with a woman, it became quite clear that wasn't going to work. I don't know, maybe I anticipated more moisture, maybe, I don't know exactly what I thought was going to happen, but it wasn't going to be fitting in none of that slot whatsoever. Luckily, she didn't just give up. She actually was kind-hearted and suggested, well, it's late at night, let's take a trip to the adult store. Because love never sleeps, right? So we got on down there, and I walked on in, and the guy asked me for ID. Right? And I was like, ID? Man, I don't have ID. I'm a stoner. I fucking forgot my wallet somewhere. I'm planning on buying this loot with this chick's money. And he said, no, well, he kicked me out. And I'm going back to the car, and I'm thinking, oh no, it's happening again. And by happening again, I mean it's not happening again. I was pretty sure it was another one of those evenings. But then I just realized, what is stopping me? And I took the girl's money and I just walked in, and I walked right to the back of the store, right past the guy. He's like, do you have your ID now? I said, nope, just kept walking. He's like, I'm calling the cops. I just kept walking to the back lube wall. I hear him on the phone. Yeah, officer, he's in the lubrication section now. I look, I find what I need, or what I think I need. There aren't that precise instructions on the side of those bottles. There's not. If this wide, you need this much. Be kind of helpful. If any of you guys are in that industry, throw that shit on your bottles, please. But I grabbed what I thought I needed, walked to the tank, walked to the desk, and I threw it down, and this guy is screaming at me. He's like, I'm not going to let you pay for this. You can't take this. And I said, well, then you can just take the money, because this is happening. I mean, I've been waiting a while. This is happening. And I started to walk out, but then I was filled with anger at this guy just trying to cut down a young lad, really, for no reason, right? The guy works at a sex shop. You'd think he'd be more understanding. So I got angry, and I turned to him as he's yelling at me, the cops are coming, the cops are coming. I said, you know what? Fuck you, and suck my dick. Now, I didn't say that as a personal insult, because I don't think there's anything wrong with sucking a dick, you know? You get a six-pack in me, it might happen. So, I meant it, now keeping in mind the size of my dick, I meant it strictly as a physical threat. Right? Like when I said suck my dick, I meant break your jaw. You guys have yourselves a good night. Peace and such.